Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, so we're at a different angle in my room. Uh, you might have seen this in some of the other videos where I was introducing Olaf and Mango. Very similar video today. If you saw the title, you already know what we're doing. But, so, very glad, a package came today. This one in particular, actually. This one right behind me. Let me just, yeah. Is this doing it for you guys? I hope so. I need more views. So, this right here is, cover that up because we don't want that being shared. I don't need fans coming, figuring out where I live. Don't be that person, please. But, yeah, no, so I got a cat tree, I've been wanting to get a cat tree, and I've been wanting to put it, like, right here against this window. I have figured out that I am, like, the DD Pickles of real life. Yeah. I have two boys. Boy cats, but boys. That basically act like toddlers. Kind of. I worry about them constantly, like, literally, like, I prepared everything. Before they even set foot in this house, I made sure that I tried. I tried to make sure that I had everything that they could have possibly wanted, needed, regardless. Obviously, a lot of that's trial and error, but any single time my cats needed something, I went out to the store, I got it. This was no exception. I've been kind of noticing that, Olaf has been liking to climb things. His brother Mango does too, but one of the other things that makes me a lot like DD Pickles is the fact of I have my own expert whom I now follow religiously for advice. Who's basically my equivalent of Dr. Lipschitz from Rugrats. My equivalent, though, is Jackson Galaxy. If you haven't seen his videos, he makes a lot of videos explaining basically the behaviors of cats, why cats do what they do, like the science behind it, as well as like if you're having a problem with your cat, things that you can try. Obviously, he is not a substitute for the vet. I feel like I should say that right now. He is not a substitute. But if you know that your cat isn't sick or there's nothing wrong, but you're just curious to know what kind of behavior they're displaying, it might be good to know that. One of the biggest behaviors that I saw with Olaf was the fact of he was bored all the time. He was just bored. And I knew he wasn't sick, I knew there was nothing wrong, because like literally he had just gone to the vet. And the vet did not point out anything that would have been of any major concern. There were some things he pointed out, obviously, I was like, okay, you should probably watch out. Like, obviously, he's like, not in these exact words, but paraphrasing, he's like, your boy's a little chonky. You might want to put him on some wet food. So, they're now on wet food because they're a little chonky. But it's okay. I like them chonky. But one of the things also that I wanted to pick up was a cat tree because Olaf does seem to get into a lot of things. Mango does a little bit, but not a lot. It's more during the night when he becomes a little bit more adventurous and wants to explore things. And they have been keeping me up at night. So I'm like, granted the cat tree will not necessarily help exactly with that, but I'm hoping, that one, they'll take more interest in this because it's something to climb, it's something that they can like rub their scent all on top of the fact of another thing that I hear from Jackson Galaxy's videos, multiple videos, as well as other people, other cat experts, is, if you have an indoor cat, one of the things that you should do is try to set something up near a window, because they have an interest towards just watching things out the window. My cats really haven't expressed such a desire too much, but granted, as you see in most of my videos, these shades are usually drawn. Now, the reason why is because obviously I'm on the very first floor of my apartment complex. So, while my window's not right next to the road or anything like that, or right next to a sidewalk, it is next to the parking lot, and if someone really wanted to, especially at night, where it's a little easier to see into someone's space, they could very easily see in. So if I ever have my window open, obviously it'll probably be during summertime, probably during the day, where the glare of the window won't, let a lot of people see in. As well as the fact of I'm hoping that this will kind of obscure anybody else's view from outside, so that way I can keep the blinds like up and the cats can enjoy whatever's outside. Hopefully as well to also build their confidence and want to look outside, because I feel terrible, but like I'm literally trying to play with these cats as much as possible. But still nighttime comes and they're bored out of their minds. Alright. So, if I can get a picture from my order, I'll show you at least what the finished product looks like at the moment. And that's basically what we're going to be building today. Obviously, I'm not going to show probably everything of what I'm building. I will probably just do a time lapse of everything. So, yeah. But of course, first and foremost, before you even open this box, because obviously, as you can see, it is just taped up the wazoo on every place, which I think is kind of funny because I'm like, nothing was going to escape out of this box to begin with, and on top of that, I also love how it says, partially on here, fragile, and it's like, I'm building a cat tree, right? Like, the contents of this box is a cat tree, right? It's not made out of glass. It's made out of boards and shemp fur. What am I gonna break? Not that I just want boards broken in half either, but I'm like, I think it's gonna be a little bit more durable than fine china. Anyways. Need our tools. This was a welcome gift from my family, my mom actually, because she was like, no self-respecting person should ever not have tools in their apartment, and I agree. So I need a box cutter. I will eventually need screwdrivers, but I really don't want to have to, try not to cut that. I really don't want to have to try and shimmy out these, packs of the screw heads without knowing which one I need. So I'm gonna leave them in there. Might need a hammer, I don't know. Hopefully not. Alright. Do this. Cut away. Because even though this is a box cutter, this will absolutely hurt me and kill me. I don't know if that's necessarily how you're supposed to be holding the knife, but I also think I'm technically opening this up at the wrong angle, but oh well. Well, yeah. Also, before I hurt myself, it's stuck. Of course, only while I'm recording do I ever get this stuck. Good enough. Alright. Let's open it from the right side, I guess. Be careful, do not open with sharp objects. How the frick do you want me to open this then? It's taped up better than Fort Knox.
What?
It's a great day to be a rebel today, so.
Screw you, you're not my dad.
I'm waiting for me to open this up and then realize why and stuff like that, and it be like, oh yeah, no, that's because we had everything, like, packed to the brim, and I just cut off, like, I just cut off the whole area of, like, one of the shemp things, and been like, well, that's why. It's called just being really careful, and not being an idiot. which I may or may not prove today. I don't know. Also opening up just to make absolutely sure. Why? Why? Why me? Before any of you tell me what I'm doing wrong, I am actually pushing it in and trying to push down. I think there's something on the blade. Okay, well, we'll figure that out later. We'll just put that off to the side where I can't hurt myself. Oh boy! It's like opening up a Christmas gift and my face is off the camera. Great! Well, let me just take all these things out and then we'll, get started. Okay, so not as many pieces as I was expecting, thankfully. It's a good thing, guys. It's not a bad thing. And, yes, I did go with a brown color, dark brown, because, as I learned today, when I was, literally right before work, I fed the cats, and, I think Olaf was just so excited to eat that he scarfed down his food, and he did it so quickly that he ended up throwing up on my carpet. Yeah. Thankfully, I was able to get the stains out, so I made it look like as if nothing ever happened. But yeah. So, God forbid he throws up on this. I'll never know. Yeah, Olaf will just have to suffer in silence knowing that his favorite spot was thrown up on, and I hate to say it's his own fault. Alright, so first things first, the instructions. There you go, just in case you wanted the lot number and the brand for your own house. I don't know. Oh, boy. What? I love how they literally have to tell people to follow the instructions, but what I love even more is the fact that they're telling people to follow the instructions after opening up the booklet. Like, right here in this illustration, you see in the first picture the guy's just throwing away the instructions and he damages, the piece and he doesn't do it right. But then the next one, he's looking at it and he's like, oh, you did it right. And I'm like, if I was that intent on not having instructions, I probably would have looked at this and been like, I don't need this. And thrown it away anyways. I would have just looked at the cover. You should have just put it on the cover, like, make sure to follow all instructions, and put it in big, bold letters. Better yet, you know what, invest in some red ink as well, and put it in red ink so that way it stands out, so I can't not read it. This way, I can literally just make up the excuse and be like, I didn't see that. Because I just either didn't read it, like I just threw the whole thing away, or better yet, I just went middle of the page. Good. Alright, so let's see. I should probably be checking to make sure I have all my pieces. Kinda don't want to, though. Because I'm afraid that once I open this, I am gonna lose this. Like, I'm gonna lose some of the pieces in here, so, I'm gonna wait on that. Alright, but, let's get started. So you know what I hate so much about screws? So in the instruction pamphlet, there are 4 different types of screws. So they've got one really long one, an M855, and then they have a handful of M830s and M835s. This right here is an M830. This is an M835. I'm sure to any carpenter out there, you could easily tell the difference, but I'm like, if I'm looking at this like I just did, I'm looking at these at a glance, I can just barely tell the textures apart, but I'm like, in the back they look the same. why don't you just engrave the size right there on the band? So I know which one this is. So I'm not sitting here doing a comparison and be like, okay, that's that one. That's that one. You complain about people not wanting to get into carpentry, not wanting to do this. This is why. Okay, so now that we've gotten this thing done, now we need to see if the cats approve of it. I don't think I'll be able to get Mango out, especially for the fact of me rustling around has probably startled him a little bit. But, where it is after 7 o'clock now, it's like almost 7:30, he may be roused to want to get up and move around, I don't know. Olaf will definitely want to, so let's see how they like it. Let me go get one of them at least. Say hello, Olaf. Let's see how he likes. I'm gonna start him off here at the bottom. Let me try and tip the camera for you guys. He's investigating at least. That's promising. Oh. Okay, let's start him off at the top and see what happens. He doesn't want to jump. Come on. Come on. Is it too high? He doesn't want to get out of my arms. Oh, there he goes. Okay, Mango does not want to be roused at this moment. Yeah. So, Mango's not at the point yet where he's comfortable with me picking him up and carrying him places, only Olaf is, so hopefully in the next couple days they'll come to like this. I feel like it's one of those things where they're just gonna have to get their scent all over it, and then they'll like it. I don't know. If I spent money on this and it's gonna go to absolute waste, I'm gonna be ticked. But I don't know, I'll try some other things. I know that, like, they haven't really been having treats often, and one thing that they did say is something that you can do to try to ignite their hunter instinct is to hide treats somewhere so that they have to go and find it. Other things like puzzles and stuff like that, like treat puzzles. I only have one, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just hide some treats along this so that they have to climb it to see it, but for now I'll probably just leave it in the background, as well as just let the cats figure it out for themselves. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this. This is fun to an extent, but I don't want to do this for a while. This hurt. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.